The U.S. economy fosters a culture of consumer spending over saving, driving a dependency on foreign capital to bridge investment gaps. This dynamic leads to notable trade deficits, highlighting the challenges ahead. In times of uncertainty, global investors instinctively turn to the U.S. dollar, reinforcing its status as a safe haven. However, this temporary stability often conceals deeper economic imbalances that merit our attention. To combat trade deficits, various strategies come into play, including government spending cuts and corporate tax reductions. Yet, these solutions frequently face obstacles within a politically divided landscape, making progress feel daunting. The fragmented approach to tariffs by Mr. Trump raises important questions about his genuine intentions regarding trade balance and negotiations with other nations. This uncertainty has cultivated skepticism among trade experts and observers. Economic analysts caution that the ongoing trade war could ignite a global crisis, with the initial repercussions primarily felt by nations holding trade surpluses with the U.S., such as China and Germany. Despite these apprehensions, some speculate that the U.S. could emerge more resilient from the trade conflict. Nevertheless, the immediate threat of inflation looms large, presenting formidable challenges to the economy. Naiman argues that the implementation of reciprocal tax tools to reduce the trade deficit stands as the largest misstep of Trump's advisory team. He maintains that the deficit index does not necessarily imply unfair competition. He further contends that the trade deficit can stem from various factors, including disparities in natural resources and stages of economic development, not solely from trade protectionism. This perspective underscores the intricate nature of global trade dynamics. The White House seeks to reduce the trade deficit and invigorate U.S. manufacturing through new tariffs. However, this policy carries significant implications for major trading partners such as the EU and China, which must not be overlooked. Stephen Miller emphasized President Trump's strategic planning as a critical factor in averting a collapse of the international trading system within merely a few days. His approach reveals the importance of foresight in complex economic navigating. Canadian Prime Minister Mac Kenny expressed his approval of the suspension of tariffs, viewing it as a positive move for the global economy and trade negotiations with the U.S. This highlights the potential for collaboration amid uncertainty. China's response to U.S. tariffs showcased an increase in their import tariffs, signaling the escalating tensions between the two leading economies as negotiations continue to unfold. Beijing's decision to impose an 84% tariff on U.S. goods, followed by a 125% tax increase on Chinese imports by the U.S., reflects an intensifying tit-for-tat approach that complicates the landscape of international trade. China regards U.S. tariffs as a form of economic coercion, leveraging its strategic advantages. The significance of the Chinese market looms large for major U.S. companies like Tesla, illustrating the intricate interdependencies at play. The trade confrontation extends further, with the Trump administration making specific demands concerning fentanyl control and China's involvement in the Ukraine conflict, further complicating negotiations and the path to resolution. In response to external pressures, China's fiscal and monetary policies are tailored to bolster economic resilience and manage inflation, carving out necessary space for policy adjustments when circumstances demand. China's pivot in export strategy includes a notable increase in trade with countries engaged in the Belt and Road Initiative, illustrating a significant shift toward regional economic integration that cannot be ignored. Experts caution that unilateral tax measures from the U.S. could backfire, posing risks to the domestic economy through inflation and job losses, ultimately applying pressure on Washington's economic strategies.